Thank you for joining us today for the virtual Sunday service with the Center for Creative Living. CCL, a charter of the Universal Church of the Master, has served and supported the spiritual needs of its community here in the Bay Area for over 20 years.
Good morning, welcome. Would you please all have a seat? For those of you who grabbed a cup of coffee, make sure that you put the coffee very close or under your chair so people don't kick it accidentally, okay? We have a couple of chairs up here. If anybody wants to get closer, I don't bite. I might nibble a bit, but I don't bite, so if you want to, you can get a little bit closer. I am so excited to see people here from our class. We started our wonderful ministerial or metaphysical class, however you want to look at it, if you're interested in spirituality. And it's twice a month on Thursdays over at the UCM headquarters, which is our parent church. And we have quite a few people here, and I want to really thank Kevin and his lovely wife Donna. They were there Thursday, and I believe Donna's joined our ministerial classes. And so we're so excited about that. Speaking of ministerial classes, we have a conference coming up next weekend. And can you say a couple words about it, Janet, since you're very involved in it?
I would love.
Come on, get into the mic. Mike. I know, you're so shy. We have to beg you, get up in the mic.
So, my wonderful friends, I really invite you in these changing times to come to our conference. We have an amazing keynote speaker, Reverend Dr. Richard Jalusich, who has gone through some incredible spiritual experiences. He teaches healing, but he actually went through COVID in Mexico, and he almost died. And he's going to talk about his spiritual experience of that. Then we have a wonderful workshop that's going to be talking about building your toolbox of self-care and mirroring your best self. And we will have lunch together. We're going to have an amazing silent auction.
Yay!
Silent auction with some incredibly good things that you don't want to miss. And then we're going to have a $2 table, which is always fun. So everything there is $2. So you can have some fun with that. And just being able to communicate and commune with other folks on that spiritual path. It's going to be wonderful. I just can't tell you, the buildup of energy for this workshop is amazing for this conference. It will be at Campbell United Church of Christ, their location on West Campbell Avenue, because 400 West Campbell, and the price is very reasonable. I believe it's $35, and so join us.
Now.
It's 40 now. Oh, I'm sorry.
Going. Do I hear 45? No.
But it is well worth it, my friends. And we get lunch together. So, I mean, come and join us for a full day of enjoyment. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have our spiritual community here. And it's just going to be an amazing weekend and just what we need to create that togetherness. And the theme is bring the light through your heart. Bring the light through your heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yay. Anybody else have any announcements they'd like to make of things that are coming? Gabrielle, how was Gay Pride last Sunday?
It was great.
Oh, good. Did you meet new people and have a great time? Wonderful. Thank you so much. This is not a very extensive report by our president, I can tell. But thumbs up for Zoomers, okay? Glad to have you here. For many of you, this has been a very rough year, okay? And I'd love to just take a magic eraser and erase all the negativity that's around so you can just shine. But just think of yourself as that little plant that's growing very gently, and let yourself flourish. Don't sit feeling discouraged, disgusted, and dismayed, because your viewpoint of who you are is what changes the world. especially your work. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that too. We have new people here, okay? And I'm so glad. And if you could please stand up and give us your name. If this is your Donna and your hubby, stand up and say who you are.
Okay. So my name's Donna. My husband Kevin Fisher, and we live in Europe.
Yay!
We were with Dottie at the old facility, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the start of COVID and my work, of course, we've been kind of sequestered all these.
Well, you live in Gilroy, right?
But I live in Gilroy.
Well, we have a friend in Morgan Hill that was looking for a ride up here for church, so we might connect you with her. Yeah, she's a member of the church. Okay, our wonderful Cheryl Lewis is now living in Morgan Hill. Yay! So that would be great. Okay, anybody else? This is kind of your first time. Eric, we haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
I'm
are
not
you
new
doing?
exactly.
What?
And not exactly new, but
I know you're not new, but people don't really know. So stand up and show them your face and say hi or something. Yeah, well, welcome. We start out every Sunday, for those of you, this might be kind of your first exposure, we start out with a meditation. So I'd like for you all to just put your feet flat on the floor. And take a nice deep breath. And for those of you who may not know, I'm the Reverend Dottie Boone. And you are in the Center for Creative Living. And as you take another nice deep breath with your eyes closed and your feet flat on the floor, I want you to feel the energy of spirit. When I say the energy of spirit, for some of you it's a sunshine shining on your back. For others of you, it's a sound of the wind through the trees. Some of you visualize spirit like a guardian angel, or the face of God, or the energy of Muhammad, or the love of Moses. However you know spirit in your life right now, bring that energy in. Each one of us has our own interpretation of source, creator, spirit, God, Allah, whatever names you're using. Right now, visualize how that feels, how that energy looks. As you take another deep breath, just release your shoulders. Let them fall down, not tight up near your ears. Just release everything in your body. You are sitting on Mother Earth. Feel the energy of Mother Earth coming up through your feet. You're here right now in a sacred place with all these beautiful people. Feel that energy as it goes into your body with each breath. And now bring all that energy up through your chakras, up through your body, until it reaches out to Source. And you can feel the connection from your feet on Mother Earth to your head energy, the very, very tippy top of you touching spirit. And as you feel that connection between Earth and Source, I want you to listen to our very wonderful Reverend Dr. Janet Childs.
To the universe.
We are beings of healing and comfort and light. We shine fully in our being, and we have the vision to hold to our beloved earth, to reach out our hand, to know we can bring healing throughout this beautiful land. And we hold our soul open and bring in the light. And we hold our heart door opening and be our best selves. All that we hold, all that we have belongs to the greater one. All that we bring, all that we sing, brings us closer to home. We are dancing and breathing, holding the truth. We are here together. It is me and you. And we'll light a candle in our hearts, and we'll bring this moment home. And we know that as we look around, oh, we are not alone. We are not alone. We are here together, and we breathe the same air and hold the same space for our world in this day. We are not alone. We are one, and we know that we are free. As I reach out my hand to you, and you reach back to me. We are together, we are taking each breath, and we're holding the light. And it all comes swirling back to our hearts, and we are this perfect moment. We are not alone, we are all one, and we hold our heart's door open.
Just take another deep breath. And when you're ready, come back to the room. Thank you so very much, Janet. We always appreciate that. It's so delightful to have you here and singing with us. I want you all to be aware that our Reverend Ann Corbin made it to Oregon.
Yay!
Made it to Eugene, and she was settled in last night at her brother's. So we have been cheering her on all the way to this move, and I know many of you know people that are moving, so please don't just cut the cord. Keep in touch. It's scary to move to a new place, so you want to know that they are still feeling loved and appreciated and wanted, so be able to do that, okay? For those of you, maybe this is your first time, we have books in the back that are free. We have food that has been donated that you can grab some before you leave today. We have a fresh coffee, so after service, please grab a cup of coffee and just kind of relax. This is your place. Anything you find that you want to know more about, ask. Anything you don't like, tell. Anything that you feel needs to be improved, give us suggestions. We're here to honor you. For me, honoring you is what I do every day. But who do I honor first? Me. Okay, so think of that. I asked Source to come here to honor me so that I can put out love to everybody else. So when you think of that, think of yourself as a funnel. Think of yourself as bringing spirit through you so you can express it out to everybody else. Okay, we have an interesting speaker today, and our wonderful Gabrielle is going to introduce her.
Yay! New energy.
No, not Gabrielle's energy. Gabrielle and energy, still the same loving Gabrielle.
But she's bringing in some new energy.
Yeah, she is.
I hope you all noticed the mural.
Yes!
When you came in. Yes. We are honoring William Price, aka Billy DeFrank. Yes. And anyway, that's not why we're here today, but I'm glad you noticed. We are here today to talk about breathing. Now, that seems like a really basic thing, but in strange times that we're living in right now, we often stop breathing. It's like, and there's actually a purpose for that. And I actually went to India, and I had blue hair when I went to India without knowing that the blue pearl is actually, in the Hindu tradition, a symbol of God. And so I was treated like gold by everyone. And I had no idea why this queer woman from Australia was being treated like gold, and in a very sexist country. And then later on I found out why. And I'm glad that happened, because very, poor people who usually try and take your money actually brought me food. And what I did was I would take one bite and then tell them to eat it. And they would, because apparently I was touched by the gods. I had no idea. And so I started this whole journey about the breath, because when I went to the ashram, they taught us about breathing, and I'm going, what is it? And they said people in the West stop breathing because fear is what stops you from breathing. And I remember as a 6-year-old, my parents are Yugoslavian, and after the war, they were recruited to Australia and also America with a big promise of fabulousness. But when they got to Australia, the white Australian men were awful to them. They spat at them, they kicked them, they told them to speak English, and they told them to go back home. And if you know anything about Yugoslavia, it doesn't exist anymore as a country, only in our hearts. And so, as a child, I was watching my parents being really scared. And I got scared that these people were going to try and take my parents away. That's how a 6-year-old saw it. And so what I did was, I stopped breathing, and I went and attacked those white Australian men, and I swore at them in Yugoslavian.
What's Yugoslavian sound like?
I'm not repeating it. So what happened is my mother was, yelling at my dad, where did she learn this language, blah, blah, blah. But what my dad said was, she is smart. They didn't even know what she said. And I'm going, my dad thinks I'm smart. And ever since then, I have often, when things get crazy, I stop breathing and I think about, if I am smart, how do I deal with this situation in a creative manner? But what the ashram told me is that if I actually breathe into it, I will have not just the intellect, which what stopping breathing does, it lets you think logically, but if I breathe into the issue, I will have a deeper understanding of what I could do and what the issue is in a broader sense. And by accessing both the intellect and what breathing brings you to, I don't want to even say what that is. It's beyond intuition. It's in the God realm. It's in the full body realm. It's in the aura realm. It's in the universe. Breathing can bring a better solution to what is going on. And let's face it, the mess that I was born into feels very much like the mess we're in right now globally. And so I am glad we're talking about breathing, because different breathing techniques help different people. I have my preferences, and then other ones I don't like particularly, and it's fine, as long as I'm breathing, you know? And I'm sure, you know, the mural took your breath away. It's like,
Yes.
oh my goodness.
Yes.
But then when you breathe it in, you know, you can see the breadth and depth of what that mural really is. You can begin to not just feel the symbolism, but feel the colors, feel what our, you know, Billy DeFrank was an African-American queer drag queen, and we have an African-American queer muralist who is, you know, creating the piece of art. It's not just a mural, it is art. And so I breathe into it every day as it evolves, and it should be completed sometime tomorrow evening.
Wow, that is so bad.
Wow.
Yeah, he is very quick and very thorough, and he's very tired. And so, to, you know, just to say more about breathing is that when I walked away from India after living in the ashram for 3 months, I learned that life is more than what we see with our eyes. It is what we can take into ourselves when the air is good, what we can take in and then capture inside. It can stay inside. When you breathe out, you know, you can breathe in the great and breathe out the toxic stuff. There's so many different things you can do. So anyway, I'm a big fan of breathing. I'm also a big fan of stopping the breath when in danger. That's how we were built. But don't stop breathing too long.
Okay.
Because you could die. Anyway, so with that, we're actually going to, we are partnering, the Billy DeFrank LGBTQ plus Community Center is partnering with Breathe California.
Oh.
Yeah, and their website is lungsareus.org, and they do many different things. And we actually partner with them about tobacco issues. And today we have them, Joanna Wang, who is going to take you through actual breathing exercises. And you get to do it sitting down in your chair. And so the thing that I would love you to do is think about how does each breathing exercise give you an experience of what? And it may be nothing, but it may be exquisite. So with that, Joanna.
Oh, yes, welcome.
So yeah,
Take off your mask.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I'm Joanna. So I'm part of Breathe California, and today we're going to be talking about breathing. I have this sign-in sheet for our organization that we need. If you guys could pass it around and just fill it out.
Besides their name, would you like them to put down?
I think it has the column titles on there, but it's first name, last name, if you're a resident of Santa Clara County, and your age. Yeah. So just a little bit about Breathe California. So we are the clean air and healthy lungs people in the Bay Area since 1911. And our mission is to fight lung disease in all its forms and work with our community to protect lung health. And so I just want to ask you guys, if you guys take deep breaths during the day, even when you're not stressed, just letting you know that deep breathing exercises are really simple tools that will help soothe and manage life's stressors. And there are a lot of physical reactions that are actually tied to health problems, but you can calm your physical and mental health by practicing deep breathing exercises. So just a few positive reactions would be improved oxygen delivery, a calming effect, improved posture, detoxification, better sleep, stress relief. So yeah, let's just get started with the breathing exercise now. If you still have the sign-in sheet, it's okay, you can sign in after.
It's okay, then, just this. Yes, you may do anything there. There you go.
So everyone just relax comfortably in your chair. So back straight, chest up, and feet flat on the ground. So now you're going to inhale so that your left hand rises. So, put it up here. And so cover your left nostril and breathe in through your right one. So you guys should just follow me. So, and now we are going to inhale through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. So it's also going to be inhale for 2 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. So now we're going to do that on the other side. So inhale through your nose for 2 seconds, exhale through lips for 4. So now you are going to push your hands into your knees. So just put your hands on your knees and tilt your head forward like this. And let's just take a deep breath really fast. So, and then exhale through your mouth. So now you bring your palms together like this and place the thumb on your forehead. So now sit up tall again and place your feet hip distance apart. And you're going to inhale and it's going to come up, and exhale through your mouth again. So okay, let's do that one more time. So now just put your palms together in front of your chest Keep your posture nice and open and think about like being strong. So like push your hands together. And once again, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. So and one more time. So now just place your hands on your hips and sit up straight. So now you're going to breathe in, and when you breathe in, you scrunch your shoulders up. And then exhale, and also let's do some shoulder circles. So backwards a few times and forwards a few times. Okay, so back to the breathing. We're going to cross our forearms at the wrists. It's a little weird. So make an X and then try to twist it around so your palms are together. So okay, if you can't, you can just do this, but I'm gonna make an X and then twist it one more time. So this, when you inhale, you're gonna bring it up so it's like you're lifting your ribs, because your hands are kind of like bound together. So when you inhale, like everything goes up, and when you exhale, like everything comes out. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, you can try that one more time. Bring your rib cage up, and then bring everything back out. So yeah, as you continue through your day, maybe take a second or two to just like breathing through your nose, exhale through pursed lips, keep a steady rhythm, and all these will help you like calm a lot of like physical and like mental like issues. Like it won't solve them, but it'll help you just calm down through the day. And some other things that can help are like playing white noise, listening to relaxing music, the sound of rain, or anything to help like soothe you and make sure that you're like relaxing a lot during deep breathing exercises. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. One of the things about breathing is that we're not conscious of it. And what Joanna has done is made us conscious of our breathing. So what I would like for you to do during today, you can do it for the rest of your life, but during today, please, every time you think of it, notice your breathing. Did you stop breathing? Because every time you stop breathing, your heart gets less oxygen. So think about that. Here your heart is trying to move, and you stopped the flow of blood because you're not breathing enough. Many of you know I had 2 heart attacks 5 years ago. And one of the things I found is I didn't want to deep breathe as I was in recovery because I was feeling I was going to do something wrong. And then I realized what I was doing was keeping my heart from healing because I wasn't breathing deeply enough. And so think of that during the day. Just take a moment, okay, and breathe. For those of you who go, well, I don't know, I really sing. Sing as loudly as you can. If you're in the car and you're stressed, put on some music that you like. For me, it happens to be good old 50s and 60s rock and roll. And I just get out there singing. Nobody can hear me. But I get my lungs moving, and I can do it. I can't really close my eyes and relax while I'm driving. I can hope other drivers do what I'm going through, but think of a way that you can do that you can increase the breathing in your life. It's very important that you do. I'd like to go back and talk a little bit more about that health care. Health is not just about your body. Health is about your mind, health is about your brain. And when I was talking to class on Thursday night about spirituality, getting in touch with that part of who you are starts out with you truly believe that you're a wonderful person. I do readings every day with people calling and saying, Johnny, you won't believe what happened. So-and-so did such and such to me. I said, what are you doing for you? Oh, but they did so and so. Yeah, but I can't change him. You can't change him. What are you doing for you? Well, I don't want to. Well, calm down. Just calm down. Just take a nice deep breath. And visualize, like we were doing this morning. Either visualize walking through a forest or a garden, but calm yourself down. You can't calm another person down, but you can calm yourself down. On the way to work this morning, we had an accident with our van.
Oh.
And it's really easy to go, oh my gosh, this is a horrible day. What are we going to do? Da, 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 da. And Corky just said, it's going to be okay. I called our friend Ed, who is a miracle worker, and he said, oh, I'll come over and take care of it. What we did is we hit the rear fender and kind of dislodged it from where it's supposed to be, whatever the hell that mechanics means. I even know what it's called. It's called the rear fender. That's about as far as I go. But they kind of snap on and snap off these days. So, but instead of
driving while meditating?
she was backing up while trying to pick me up off the street. No, I was just standing there. But what happened is that we have a very low fence, and
The neighbor has very low fence and has no hole in it now.
But the ability to say, oh, okay, that happened, we'll fix it now, and let it go. And we're going to go to church, just let it go of that negativity. And I find so many people can't let go of negativity. I don't know what happens. They get caught up in, oh my gosh, the world is miserable. No, you're miserable. Okay? Calm down. Only person you can fix is you. And please, parents, remember that. I had a woman call and said, my daughter hates me. And I said, okay. Well, she won't talk to me. I said, do you call her? Well, no, it's her duty to call me. I think we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Yes, please, you call her. Well, and then, because she has to do it. And no, you're not going to call her to tell her what to do. You're going to call her and say, hi. This is your mom, I just want to call and tell you I love you. Well, then what if she doesn't say anything? You say, thank you so much, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And you go, just like a Chinese water torture of dropping water, this is positive mother energy of every day. Just be very gentle and just call. And as long as she or he is picking up the phone, you've got a connection. And we forget that, but it's still about that breathing. It's a little bit at a time. You can't get up in the morning and breathe all you're going to breathe for the rest of the day. Your breathing has to be something you do on a consistent basis. Anybody ever feel that they just want to scream? Have you ever felt like you just want to yell, you want to scream, and you want to say 4-letter words that your mother washed your mouth out with soap for? Okay, and when you do that, when you think, I just want to scream, it's your body saying, we need more oxygen here. You've stopped breathing because you're scared, you're frustrated, you're all of these negative things. So just say to yourself, I don't have to scream. I can sing. I can talk loudly, but I don't have to scream, because the minute you scream, it puts everybody else into a panic. Breathe deeply, and you'll find it releases that sense of urgency of, I've got to do something. Your body is telling you need more oxygen. And Joanna, it was so wonderful giving us I love that one where you can wrap yourself all up with your hands. I read an article yesterday. You know how you read something and it says that a lot of people can't cross their pointer finger over their little finger. And I was so surprised I can do it. And just think of that. You just take this and put your little finger over it, or put your quarter finger over your little finger. And they say there's a lot of people who can't do that. I found a skill I never knew I had. It was like, look at that. And it's like the breathing with the hands. I found a skill I didn't know I had. Isn't that fun? When you go, oh, look at what, my blood could do that. I didn't know that. Okay, so I want you to take a moment to welcome all the people here today. It's a 3-day holiday. Most people have said, I don't want to do anything but just have a holiday. Lots of people. Especially if you're part of a union and you finally have gotten that extra day off to honor you, to honor the workers, to honor the people who go to work every day doing something they might not like to do, but they go there. We have to honor those people, whether they're the firefighters or whether they're the hospital staff or the doctors. We need to honor them. So as you go through today breathing to honor you, then put that energy out to honor other people who have an extra day that they can take off. Okay. Anybody else would like to add something to this? This is your church. Yes, Jen.
So I was just meditating on the fact that we could,
What?
as we sing, as we chant, we can breathe, right?
But we're not supposed to put too much out there. Can we chant quietly?
We can chant. Okay.
Yeah, but they're still saying with COVID that singing and shouting out are the worst ways to pass germs. So we're going to chant, and we're going to be led by our Reverend Janet. And I'm going to sit down while we chant. Okay?
And by the way, several people sit down for meditation.
Oh,
Yes.
grateful.
Okay.
All right. So simply just offering a few words,
Can you close your mic, please?
offering words, oh, folks can't hear me on the,
On Zoom?
on
How
Zoom.
many people do we?
Go ahead.
How many people do we have on Zoom today?
We have, Chinley and Diane Christensen, Janice, that's probably Jan, maybe that's Jan yours. Anyway, Laura and Patty and Joyce, Paul, our friend Paul, Sherry and Scott. She said you were too late last week.
And Sky?
And Sky and Susan Moon.
Yay! Welcome.
We welcome them all.
Yeah, so tell them to chant with us.
Chant with, now you guys chant loud.
Actually, they'll be in a good place.
They're in a good
Nothing
place
will-
to chant
right?
loudly.
Okay, so. Life, 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 life. Oh, 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 oh.
Happy.
Happy, 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 happy.
Forgiving.
Peaceful, 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 peaceful.
Gratitude.
Forgiving, 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 forgiving.
Accepting.
Gratitude, 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 gratitude. Accepting,
accepting, accepting, accepting, accepting. Is everybody breathing? Nice. Yes, thank you so much, Janet. That was good. Okay. And, yes, Reverend Chris,
Before the end, may I make an announcement?
you can make an announcement right now. It's a good time.
Okay.
And go around here or you're gonna end up stepping on my feet. There we go. Yeah.
My announcement is not my fabulous shirt, but it's a fabulous shirt.
Fabulous shirt.
Yes. Gorgeous. Circling.
Sparkling. So, in 10-ish days, on Tuesday of next week,
Yes.
I'm giving a lecture. What's that word when you let other people talk to?
Symposium.
Workshop.
Nothing like that.
Conversation.
Interactive. There you go. An interactive. Yeah, there will be some room for interaction. I was asked to talk about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and I did some research. You guys, some of you have heard my presentations before, and when I do research, there's stuff I want to know, like, tell me more about. So I did some digging, and I have 60 pages of notes on Yom Kippur and 30 pages of notes on Rosh Hashanah, which I will distill. But I went and I found out things I never knew, and things got put together that I didn't know went together. So I'm going to be distilling all of that and giving you guys, whoever can join us, and it will be recorded, so you can see
Sounds
it later.
exciting.
Well, thank you, Courtney.
That sounds.
And this is being put on by
Yes. Tuesday from
Universal
6 to
Church of the
8.
Master.
It is Tuesday the 13th,
Right.
from 6 to
8.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It'll be on Zoom. It'll be on the UCM website. We'll probably talk about that a little bit more as well. And I wanted to just give you just a little brief piece of a song. Just a little piece of a song. Please don't stay away because of it. So what happens is at Rosh Hashanah, the Book of Life is opened, and you have 10 days to figure out if you get to be in it next year or you're done. And what does God think about you? And so, as Yom Kippur approaches, we ask that God allow us into the book. And so this is the chorus of one of the songs I'll be sharing. Keep open the gates. Keep open the gates. Keep open the gates at the end of the day. And if that's intriguing, it wasn't really meant to be, but I hope you'll come listen and ask questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
I'd like to, the April, thank you, somebody said. We're going to be passing the basket. This is for donations to the Center for Creative Living. And we ask that you donate if this is a time when things are a little bit tight. Just bless the basket, please, because the basket is what keeps us going here. And we so appreciate your donations. And also, if you get to a certain amount, they're tax deductible. I mean, that's a pretty good thing, too. And I'm going to invite our Reverend Joan to come up and do a closing prayer.
And we need to do the blessing basket.
Yeah, we do need to do the blessing of the basket. And this is Joan, here is. And everybody, please look at your program in the back. And there it has the statement of giving.
Giving to the ministry from which we receive our spiritual support and nurturing
is an affirmation to consciousness of the truth that Spirit is the prospering power enriching every area of my life.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, amen.
So it is.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna memorize that, huh?
Hey, don't feel badly. You notice I was kind of low. I've only had that as our prayer for the last 15 years, and I still don't know it all. So don't worry if you don't know it. That's why it's on the program. What?
It's actually been 22 years because it's from the very beginning.
Hey, thank you. Now I feel older and more forgetful. 22 years.
Aren't you grateful to be corrected?
I don't like being corrected ever.
You're welcome.
You know, there is a spirit alive that brings us together. And a couple of weeks ago, I heard a book about a book called The True Method of Healing, something like that. And so I ordered it, and I'm reading it, and I read very slowly because of my eyes. And it's all about breathing exercises.
Isn't it wonderful how the universe gives us the right place to be?
It's so amazing that we have this talk on this, and I'm doing these new breathing exercises because of this book. And maybe at some time I'll share more about that, but I just think that we move in such synchronicity that life unfolds before us in a magical way, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes. So let's gather together right now as we go forward into this new week, this wonderful new week which offers a new beginning. I call on Mother Feather God, I call on Universal Spirit, and I call on the amazing power of love to come forward and envelop us, surround us, and guide us as we go forward into this magical new week. With love, understanding, and breathing. Love, understanding, and breathing. I call on special prayers for the children of the world, for they are creating our new world. They are a magical group and an energetic group, and I call on them to move forward with love. And I call on us as a community to give energy and love to these wonderful children. I call on special prayers for our older people. Growing old is a path of forgiveness and forgetting. And as we forgive and forget, we guide the young people into creating this magical new world. I call and you answer. Whenever I call, you answer. I choose to be happy. And what I've discovered is that when I choose to be happy, there's a little bling in heaven, and it changes the world. So I ask you this week to choose to be happy and create these little blings in heaven. And I can just hear heaven bling, 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 bling as we change the world going forward. I call on prayers for our community. The people who are here today, bless you. The people that are on Zoom today, I bless you. And I bless the people that listen to this in the future, for they also are blessed and a part of this community. As we go forward, blessing our children, our community, our older population, we are creating a new world. I will tell you that the world has always been a mess, and it's always going to be a mess because that's part of the growth process. Our job as a community is to bring forward with choosing to be happy and bless other people. I bless San Jose. I bless Santa Clara County and California, the state I lived in all my life and love and intend to stay right here. And I bless the United States of America as it moves forward into a new position. And I certainly bless the entire world as it prospers. We send forward these blessings as a community and as a group as we go into this new week. And so it is. Blessings abundantly. Go forward and choose to be happy and let those blings ring out. Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And please, if you have a prayer, if anyone wants to do a prayer next week for their closing, we want you to realize this is a community. It's not a place where you go and you sit and you take and then you go home. This is a community. You come and you share. We are interested in who you are, what you are, where you're going, what you're doing. And that's why after service, we say, grab a cup of coffee, go look at the food you can take home, and meet somebody new. We have new people here today, so I want you all to try and meet one new person, okay? And if you can't, because you're shy and you don't want to reach out, just put your arms around yourself and introduce, okay? Thank you so very much. Yes, Janet.
I just wanted to offer, remember Dottie's and CCL's beautiful table, you know, that was our altar for many years?
Right.
Well, I'm offering it to anybody who would like to have it in their home to please take it. I mean, it is a beautifully designed table. If you have any questions, just come and ask me. All I ask is that you pick it up.
Okay.
Okay, and I was gonna read what the Zoomer said.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So Chile says, good morning and blessings to all. Patty and Joy said, so beautiful, Janet, thank you. Chinley, thank you, Reverend Janet. Chris, Chinley clapped. Donna, Christensen, Dottie, you look wonderful in that white rash. And Joyce and Patty said, Patty, I love the talk on breathing. I love doing breathing practices. It's so important in my life. Janice said, hi all, good morning everyone. This is Sherry O'Sullivan. Patty and Joyce said, hi Miss Perky, could you do us a favor and put the camera on Chris? Whoops, sorry, I left an empty chair there for a little while. And then, Sky said, I love you, Mama Moon.
Aww.
And then, okay, so Sherry says, it's so great when you and Dottie make us all laugh. Okay, then, and then what I said to everybody was, when I'm looking at the speaker, it seems like everyone is seeing what I'm seeing. Huh, isn't that the illusion we all suffer from? Anyway, and Patty and Joyce said, another great service. Thank you.
Yay!
For those of you who don't know, Mama Boone, I had 8 foster children and a lot of different kids that came through my house. And the first thing I said is you cannot leave the house without saying, "I love you, Mama Boone." And so this is, Sky is one of those who is saying, as she leaves at the house today, "I love you, Mama Boone." So in case you're wondering what all that's about, thank you so very much, and you have a wonderful week. And I'll see you at the conference.
We'll see you at the conference.
See you at the conference on Saturday.
Yay, Karen! Woo!